goes for the whole of my team. You know we're getting cash at Naira. I got my dog like money and me. Heard you run off and left your friend. And my mums can never be me. And my mums can never be us. On God, it can never be we. You know my thing, man, I stand my ground. Same goes for the whole of my team. Same goes for the whole of my...
Yo people, welcome back to another episode of Backyard Chat. Here with your boy K.
C.
Tia.
Micah
Tyra.
And today we have the topic of heartbreak. Who handles it better, men or women? And how do you overcome heartbreak? So, what we're gonna start with, let's see. How do you overcome heartbreak? In fact,
No, you gotta talk about the heartbreak first, bro.
Yeah.
And then
who's had their heart broken?
I've had my heart broken.
I think everyone goes through a stage of
I have still.
What about you, C? Don't act cold.
This brother, look at this
Hell saying,
on my mum.
Having-
I'll put it on my mother's life. I've never had my heart broken. innit?
hell saying, guys
You're so
don't like
lucky,
the
fam.
heartbroken thing in it, but there's been a time where you're in pain.
And you've been hurt.
There
Hell
wasn't a
saying.
pit. There was a small. I was upset, but I was like, fuck it, we move on, innit?
You know what I'm saying? There's
it
girls
was-
that
it was
you
never
don't
that
even
deep.
care about,
So have you never been in love?
but when things lock off,
bro,
you're upset.
Like, never done the love thing. I'll be real. No. Let's be real, yeah. When you're, look, I'm young innit. I'll be real innit. What, I'm 22, yeah. At the age of your teenage, what do you really know about love? If we're being real, like what do you know?
You know what you know in that moment.
Yeah, cool.
Which seems like the
but
world
you know
to
how many
me.
times I've heard people say, "Raw, like I thought I was in love, but I just really like someone."
It's the
So how
idea
you-
of love.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
You're
that's
like,
in hindsight.
reflection. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
in
in
the
hindsight.
moment.
but that's what I'm saying. So in the moment, I've never been in the moment where I thought, "Rah, I'm doing mad movements," or where I'm doing mad movements. Like, Raj, you know what? Like, I'm in love with this. Nah, I thought, yeah, I like you. Cool. We take time and we see where it goes, innit?
Alright,
Like,
calm,
I'm
say
not someone gonna say, yeah, bro, I love you just for the sake of it, innit? Like, if I say that shit,
Yeah.
I
I hear
mean
that,
it.
I hear
So
that.
if
Yeah, facts.
I can say like, yeah, I've never done the love thing, innit? Obviously, future could change.
What's
You
it
get it,
called?
like, it will
You
change,
never
innit?
said,
It
you
will
never
change.
said I love you.
Yeah, on some capping shit, bro. I mean, real, like,
See
when
me,
I
I couldn't do that. If
when I
I
was
was I love you and I
no,
don't.
I was like
I'll
16,
freeze, but I don't know what to say.
innit?
I can't say, if I don't mean it, I can't say it.
No,
Yeah,
when I
likewise.
was 16, I was like, yeah, fuck it, innit? Like, you get it, like, man, I was in a relationship, 16, I was like, yeah, man, I love you, innit? But yeah, it weren't really that, like, I mean, obviously now, I'm not gonna tell my girl, like, I love you if I don't love her, innit? Like, I've said this to her as well, like, it's facts, like, I'm not gonna say it until I mean it. Like, you get it? Like,
Yeah,
for me,
that's
that's
what I'm
it.
saying.
For
I'm
me,
on
I'll
that
be
as
real.
well.
That the love thing's serious, innit? Like, I'm not just throwing shit around for the sake of
Yeah,
it, just to
it's
keep people happy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I hear that.
like, so it's one of them
You
ones.
say you had your heart broken to you?
Yeah, 100%.
Pain.
I've not been in love.
Multiple times or just
No.
Yeah, who's had their heart
You know how to shut that down
I've had
quick.
my heart broken multiple
Once.
That's
times.
pain.
Swear.
That's pain.
Once.
Yeah.
For me, it's only
Oh,
one
I swear,
time.
At least,
Tyra.
I don't know. I just think I feel emotions deeply, and I remember being sad about it for a long time after. I think anything over 6 months is a long time to be sad over someone.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get it? Like,
Oh, mine, it took me a
for
while.
it to continue to affect you. Like, I feel like
Mine was over 6 months.
the last person that broke my heart, it took me like 2 years to fully get over them. Like, and I thought,
2 whole
2
years?
years.
No,
And do you know what it
you
is?
know,
Me,
like,
yeah.
they actually say that it takes a third of the time, like, of how long you've been in a relationship. Does that make sense? If you've been in like relationship for 6 years, it takes a third of the time to actually fully heal. It's not short.
I don't agree
That's
with
all
that.
mad
still.
still.
Don't.
But
I think it
it-
depends
I said
how
it
much
took
you like the
me-
person.
I was with that girl for a minute still,
How long's a minute though?
like a year and a half.
What was you mash up when you was done though?
A little bit.
What? Ice cream, man.
No, no,
With
no.
them
Chill,
two-
chill, 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 chill. No, I think, fam, it took me I'll say it took me a month, and I pushed that shit to the back of my brain.
What?
Well, then you didn't heal it.
Yeah,
you
that's
didn't
what I'm
heal it.
saying.
You
That's
pushed
what I
it
thought.
No, I think I did over time. I'm good now.
over time,
No.
but
A
you
lot of-
suppressed it. Originally, let's be honest, you suppressed it.
You just gotta charge it to the game, bro.
No, you can't
Dash it to
always
the back.
charge
Was you
it.
really in love
Right
though? Like, this is what I'm
Was you
saying.
in love, Khalil?
Was,
This is what I'm saying. Was you in love, or was you just? Was it
See,
the
mine
thought
was
of
4
love?
years.
No,
Mine was
I don't
4
feel like
years.
you
That's
have
a
to
long
be in love
time.
to have your heart broken.
Yeah.
I hear that. I
I
definitely
agree
hear
with
that. Sometimes it's
disagree.
just sometimes it's like
You don't have-
just every so often I go and see this person. Like when I go to the movies, I'm going with this person. Like you build so much like not emotional attachment, but like
But you do,
some form
yeah.
of attachment in it. So then
Yeah.
when the person's not in your life, oh rah, I don't want to go cinema by
Yeah.
myself.
I can give you an example of like when you stop talking to a long time friend. That was someone you wasn't in love with,
Yeah, I
but
was
you
gonna
can
say
can be
that.
heartbroken because of that.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
I've had friendships where I stopped talking to someone. I thought, wow, like
Had to burn that
That's
bridge.
my
I
like
actually
that.
don't call you anymore.
Yeah.
Like if I see you in the street, we're actually not gonna say hello. Like I don't follow you on socials. I actually don't even know what you look like now. You can have children, you could drive a car.
I've
I
heard
don't
that.
know. Like
Okay, in that sense, then yeah, innit? Yeah, but not in the.
Not in a
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
okay,
like-
so you had a friendship heartbreak.
okay,
Where
yeah,
you're a
yeah.
bit like, oh yeah, that was my boy,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
girl.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I think we've all experienced that. Maybe it's not in a relationship, but friendship is some type of relationship. So either way, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
And I feel like people like use the word love as like romantic. You can have like love for like your boy.
Yeah, of
and
course,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It can be loose.
Yeah, it's not gay,
And
man.
I
Them.
think
You can
love's
love your
used too
boys.
loosely.
Like.
The
You
word love.
can love your boys.
No, but there's
like.
levels to it. Don't love him too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I'm like, in the sense, like, hey, listen, man, be on some all type of wildness, innit? Like, so
Leave
I'm
that
just
to the
saying,
rug-
like,
them
I
rugby
think
dons,
love's
innit?
used too loosely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
used very loosely nowadays.
I feel
Like it's actually. Do you think love is unconditional?
love is unconditional.
It can be.
Yeah.
I feel like
Not always. It can be.
I feel like
No, but if you truly love someone, is it unconditional?
the only person I
Or is
can
there
say I
conditions
really,
to it?
I think I have truly unconditional love for is like my very immediate family. And when I mean immediate family, I mean like the people that lived in my house and I grew up with. Those are people I have unconditional love for. I mean, like they could actually do anything and I would still love them. I feel like anything else, yeah.
Don't say that.
Anything.
Yeah, but until that's
Anything.
I feel like you can love someone and not talk to them.
I hear that.
Yeah, I agree.
I can feel like I can love
From a
someone. I feel,
distance.
this is what I'm saying. That's why I say
I feel like you
unconditional
can
love.
burn
I
a
can
bridge
still
and
love,
still love the person.
right? And I
Yeah.
feel like they're the only people I can still have that love for, even though they've done something. Yeah, that's like anything. I
But
feel
think
like-
about like a long-term partner where you've put in like 5 years, 6 years,
Yeah, I
like
put 4 years
even
in,
if
I was
things do
heartbroken.
end, like you still might have love for not like
Yeah.
you love that person, you're
Not
obsessed
in
with the
love,
person.
but you have love
yeah,
for that
you have
person.
love for that
Yeah,
person.
Like you still wish them all the best.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
I think when you've committed those number of years, and I feel like when if you've got kids with them, like you're always gonna have love for them. You might not be in love with them, but you're always gonna have love for them. Even if you like end on bad terms, like once you heal, you'll be like, you know what, maybe we wasn't aligned, we wasn't compatible. I still wish you the very best.
And I still feel like that's unconditional, isn't it? Because it's not on your terms. It's sort of,
Yeah.
the person's living their life, doing what they want to do.
There's no
like,
conditions. But
yeah, no
behind-
conditions around it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
unconditional
after
love.
it ends as well, you start to realize a lot of things.
yeah, you do. I agree.
Like, just comes into your head like, oh, you know, when I done this, it wasn't quite right. You know, like maybe I was in the wrong that time,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying.
You reflect.
Yeah, you reflect, like-
You reflect.
I feel like
Sometimes you just hurt though, innit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck that person.
Sometimes the truth hurts, but I feel like it's good to have like to have some like to be like
some vim behind that one.
introspection. Yeah, you have to.
Trust.
In a relationship though, like between a man and a woman, when a breakup happens, I do feel like men deal with it worse. I feel
Yeah,
like it
I feel like
affect
there's a delay.
the long
I
term
think there's a
effects.
delay as well.
I feel like the
Yeah.
long term effects of it, of like now the next woman that you're with, and when you choose to be with her and how you maneuver, that effect is everlasting based on thing. I feel like some women make more mistakes first between the people that they choose when they're younger, and then as they get older, that sort of gap of like, okay, I'm not gonna go for that same person. You lot, that one mistake, you will never forget how that felt. You will try not to
Repeat
be
it.
with another woman who's like that again in any.
Yeah, why would I
Yeah,
put my hand in the
PTSD,
fire,
yeah.
get burnt, and try to touch the stove again?
yeah. I hear
I
that.
mean, I eat it.
So how did you? So how did you guys deal with your heartbreak then, from a guy's perspective? Like, how did you deal with it? How did you guys deal with it?
When I
Most-
start slanging your shit, innit?
with most guys, it's like
Look
that.
at me. Why the man look at me in my eyes like that? Listen,
No, with most guys, it's like that, innit? You just go out there, you just do your
Yeah.
thing, like you're out, like bare motives, you're out, you're just living life, enjoying life.
Just trying to suppress the
I
emotion.
think
You're
there's
trying
two
to deal
ways.
with
Me
it.
personally, I didn't do that. There's that way, then there's the way of, you know what? Fuck
Why are
it.
you looking at me
Let me
like that,
just.
T?
No, it's not the Drake shit, bruv. It's the-
If you was there listening
No,
to Marvin's
no,
Human Trust
no,
was-
no,
That's
no,
it.
no,
You're
no,
Ben and
no,
Jerry's
no,
watching
no.
You know, like Ben and Jerry's in the
Nah.
the
Not-
tissues.
Watching Love and Basketball.
Think about it, that used to be us. Man.
Yeah, man.
Joking. No way. Nah, it's that you man up in it. You think about money. You know what I'm saying, you get your money up. You
find a
go
different
gym.
distraction,
You
yeah.
do sport. You do something.
You have to.
You
have
level
to
up.
distract yourself.
Guys are
It
good at
comes-
You
distracting
level up.
themselves.
Yeah, for real.
You level up,
Yeah.
fam.
I don't feel like you can distract
You
yourself.
you
forever,
make that
innit?
person think, oh damn, I messed up, bro. You got to make them think you
I
level
think
up, bro.
girls sitting, not self pity, but I think definitely like we kind of just sit and dwell in it. Like we just kind of go through the motion at the time. Does that make sense? Whereas I feel like guys kind of just suppress it and be like, I'm gonna find another distraction, whether that's another girl. I'm gonna be out here, be out in the streets. Whereas I feel like, for me personally, I sat in it at that moment. Do you know what I mean? Like people saying, "Oh, keep busy," but I just couldn't keep busy because my mind was there. Like it was so. It felt so fresh. Does that make sense? Like going to the gym, it doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna cry and barn in the gym. Like, do you know what I mean?
I've experienced that, but on a less emotional
What
thing.
you
like,
what? You cried in the gym?
I said 1, 2.
No, like I've been like wallowing in self pity,
yeah.
but without like all them emotional things. Like I don't want to go out too tough, and I don't want to da. But then it gets to a point like I say like a week and a half in, you're like, what's going on? Like I need to pattern up. Like some girls, they'll stay like they'll still like for time. Certain guys, like it might be 1 day, 2 days, and then after that, it's like I need to be progressive. I need to move on. Like, and then that's when you might bury it to the back of your mind.
You got something to say, bro.
Do you feel like is that a good process though, the distraction thing? I don't think so. I think it comes back to bite you
need
later.
to deal with it. You must deal
No,
with
not
it.
always.
How do I deal with heartbreak?
Or how did you?
No.
How did I?
Yeah, how did you?
How did I deal with heartbreak?
Hot girl summer.
Girl, don't act like you don't know.
Okay, I didn't have a hot girl summer, but I definitely, you know, I feel like little things like getting your nails done, feeling good about yourself, self-love is definitely the key
Pampering.
for me.
Girls love that.
I think that's
I've done that a lot.
I bought a couple plants and that, watered them, felt good about that, like little things. Yeah.
No, you have to treat yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you got
things
cats
I've
as
done
well, though, yeah?
No, allow it.
Say 9 cats in
No,
it.
allow it. But I definitely think self-love is the key to like solving
I agree.
heartbreak. Like,
How did you deal with it?
For females, anyway.
Mine, I'm not gonna lie, mine I definitely sat, like I said, in self-pity a lot. Like I couldn't find distractions. I was still going to work and stuff. My performance in work was therefore declining because my emotions, I was someone at the time where my emotions ruled everything. Like you could say the wrong thing to me, Micah, you know I'm gonna be pissed off for a day, the whole day, or like 2 days, potentially dragging until the next day, because I was very emotional. And I feel like people associate emotion with being like, oh, you're just crying, but it could be like anger is an emotion, like there's different type of emotions that came with it. So I feel like I wasn't a nice person to be around like during that moment. So I definitely had to do like some self-reflection.
I feel like girls are more, sometimes they're very, what's the word, like impulsive. Like
I was thinking that
you
as
lot
well.
will
I
go
didn't
to
want
the
to say
matting.
it.
No, I wasn't
You might not go
impulsive.
get all their trainers, cut up their trainers.
No,
No,
I didn't
okay,
do
not
that.
the
Slash
cut
tires.
trainers.
Keep the
Like,
car,
that's
yeah.
great.
I'll be raw. Like,
Okay, I
But
don't
I think
condone
girls-
the behaviour, but
That
Yeah,
means
more
your
than
emotions.
words.
You're not in
Yeah,
control of your
don't
emotions
yeah,
at all.
it's lack of emotional intelligence, literally,
You're not
to
in
how to
control.
react to
So has
privately.
no one ever done the matting after their breakup?
No, I've never done that. I'm not.
Yeah, no, come elaborate. I see that
I
smile.
haven't done. I've never done a mad thing personally.
That
but
last says otherwise.
I've assisted.
Man said I've assisted.
I've
That's
assisted
even worse.
someone else.
That's
on
even
their
worse,
mad
you
thing.
know.
But I weren't
Assisted,
part.
you know.
That's
I weren't
worse.
part of the mad thing. Obviously, I can't talk on that too much, but
Hold on. Let's dissect this. Yeah.
okay,
So
that's it.
you
You
assisted the matting, yeah.
I assisted, but was I
No,
involved?
but hear what I'm saying.
That's debatable.
Yes.
But
Hear-
did
no,
I
but hear what I'm
assist?
saying. You
Technically.
didn't have that emotional attachment to that guy. So for
Yeah.
you to assist, you're doing this out of just back in your bedroom.
No, but no, yeah, literally, but my best friend, yeah, still my best
bad
friend now,
mind.
Ryder, yeah. If you think about it in terms, I don't think that's bad, man. I think, well, context-wise,
But did my man do the mad thing? What deserved that?
yeah,
Okay.
it was justified.
That
It
was
was,
a
I
quick
personally,
answer.
yeah, it was justified. I believe it was justified,
So
and
you
I
never done
feel
the
like
matting?
it was more because I had time to do it as well.
No.
No, I'm asking you, bro. Yeah.
Done the mad thing like what though?
You know what?
That's
man
like
is
a
a
smile.
man.
You know,
I've done the matting. I can say I've done the
So
Yeah.
What did that involve, Khalil? Don't go into too much depth.
I'm laughing because
It
I know.
involved the brick and a window.
No, hurt you have to be, yeah.
no,
To pick up a brick, yeah, and like,
No, but you're emotionally not in.
how I'm saying, was it a brick or was it like a
Control
stone?
That was a brick, bro.
How I'm saying, you didn't find that brick outside the house, did you?
Nah, this.
So, I was gonna say it's worse if you like pick up the
moving
brick,
wild, bro.
like premeditated, isn't it?
I don't do that stuff.
I've never
It
done
was
the mad
merited,
thing.
fam.
No.
You guys might assume that I'm on that, but I actually don't do that stuff.
You thought about it though.
No, it's not me, you know.
Really?
I think because outwardly I come across as very confident, but I actually can be very sensitive. I actually can, like, don't be fooled.
And you show
So-
that sensitive side with your partner
Yeah, yeah.
more than anyone.
It depends. It depends around like the person. Do you know what I mean? But that's not really my thing. That I sat on it and dwelled for a bit. Self-care, found like another distraction. Yeah, that's not my thing.
I'm seeing
Like,
this
if
guy
it's
shake
ended,
his
it's
head
ended.
bears.
No, because I'm just thinking about it. Like me, like I'll just turn the ice cold. Like you just won't get nothing from me.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm a block. Like I won't give you a reaction. I'm not going. gonna start slashing tires. It's like,
Nah, but you know what it is, yeah? It's like
not me.
sometimes it's pride and it's the violation.
Yeah.
It's not even how I feel, it's the violation.
But sometimes-
You're not getting
Yeah,
away
you
with
can't
that,
get away with
fam.
this. I have
It's
to do
insult to
something.
injury.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
okay,
the
we're not
violation,
talking
fam.
anymore.
It's the
but you
principles
did
and the
this
violation,
and
fam.
this on top of us, like not talking.
Yeah, bro.
But
Like,
sometimes
you
no
get-
response is the best response.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what it is. like,
Sometimes, not in that
because
case.
at the time, no, because sometimes you're thinking like, raw, why did they never care? Like, you get it's gonna set off a spiral in their head, like, raw, like, why did I do like? Do you know what I'm saying? So me just not responding, it's just like, raw.
I think it depends on the person you're trying to spite though. If that person's emotionally like connected, you'll know they're gonna feel this by me going
Yeah.
ice cold.
Yeah.
If you know they're also ice cold,
Yeah.
you gotta respond on votes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but nah,
Do you believe in like
Didn't
seeking closure from like
Nope.
the person?
From what person?
nope.
You said what?
nah, you got
Maybe
paid,
person
no.
you have, like, a
Hell
heartbreak
saying,
with,
yeah.
Tell us your
any
They're
opinion.
saying
I
closure
think
only
closure's
ends up in
important.
you cheating. That's it.
Oh, I disagree.
Well,
I
make
Okay,
up
maybe that's
section,
from a
like,
man's
that's-
perspective,
I
maybe.
disagree.
You cheat and then you're like, okay, yeah, closure, boom.
Yeah, what? You
What's
gotta
that,
hit one more
makeup?
time for the road.
I like one more fight.
One more time for the road, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
I
I
disagree.
heard
One
that.
for the road, yeah.
I got closure the other day from
What?
like.
You're gonna need to.
Yeah, because we
provide
just said
us
one more
with
time for the road.
I got
After
closure.
what my man
Okay,
just said,
so
you're gonna need to
obviously,
provide.
Was
like-
it closure or was it closure?
No, it was closure, like
What did that
chapters
involve?
closed.
Let's
like.
use other words apart from
So
closure.
what was it? One for the road or?
No,
Okay, that's what we just
no,
said.
no, it was just a conversation that we had, like, but it was just like, out the conversation, I just needed to know. I was like, I hope you're not still like trying to feel my thing, like, relax with that one. Like, you know, you have to set the boundaries, you know, like.
you're
as long
setting
as you're
boundaries,
mature enough to-
Yeah, but
I
you
hear
just
that.
have to let them know it will never be that again. Like in terms of, but I feel like for me personally, I didn't think I needed that closure until I got it. Like until I had that
Yeah.
It
conversation.
is,
I was
but
like,
you have to both be mature enough to have that convo.
Yeah,
innit? So
exactly.
you can't have that convo.
it's
with
very
everyone.
rare that you will go out of your way to
You
meet
both
your
need-
ex again.
You both need to be healed.
Do you
I think
get
that's
it?
what-
I
There's a
don't-
lot of people that end up going back to their ex, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
For real.
A lot of like long-term relationships. Like if you've been kicking it for like 5 or 7 years,
Never me.
you
Man.
end up, a lot of them end up like
You
going
never
back.
go back to ex.
You don't go back to your old club, fam.
I think it depends. I think
It
it depends on.
depends.
It depends.
It
does
depends.
depend.
So
Nah, it
so,
definitely
okay,
When
It
Thierry
depends,
Henry
Khalil,
left
come on.
Arsenal and you came back to Arsenal, man did the mad
so
thing and he scored.
yeah, imagine,
Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be
yeah.
happy sometimes.
It
bro.
depends. I feel
I
like
feel
as long
like-
as you're. I think it depends on how it's ended. For me,
Yeah,
for
how it
example,
ended. Yeah.
Any infidelity, you're done for. Don't
Yeah.
don't come back round here.
Never
Yeah,
look-
that
Say
one
for
techie
example,
Never
it's
look
a
in my
level
face,
of
man.
maturity. Like in my relationship, I didn't think there was a level of maturity. I wasn't in tune with like my feelings. Sometimes I'd come across as very cold. All those type of things. Like it's like feedback I got, but at the time I didn't want to accept it. Or I didn't see it. I'm just like, you're just sensitive, man. Do you know? So I
Big
feel
man
like,
thing, I'm like that as well.
see. So I feel like
I can relate. So.
Ah,
so
wait,
I
wait,
feel
so
like
you-
it really depends on the situation. Go on, see.
So if you left it, the relationship on amicable terms, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like cool. You lot just said, right, raw.
Or it just didn't
It's just-
work.
Yeah, it's not working right now.
Like
bro.
communication.
I'm in
ain't
my
there.
own. I'm in my lane. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to build this. She's in her lane trying to build. You're not going back to her. If at a
If you
time,
both got it together and it
yeah.
was aligned, you was now aligned and
Aligned.
compatible.
Nah, but it depends on like what was the reason for us both coming to this decision.
Yeah, that's
but that's what I'm
saying.
saying. Like you just said, Rod. Right now it's
you're
not
growing
working. We
apart.
ain't got the time to
You're
put into this.
bickering, or maybe they're not at that point where you want them to be. Because even me, for example, like if I'm with someone, you have to be secure in yourself. For me,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not willing to build someone up. Like if you don't like you're not secure, you don't like believe in your sources. That makes sense. Like it's not for me to. That's draining for me at this age. So I'm not willing to do that.
Fan
So-
of putting in it.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
And like now, say for example, like was say 18 to 22, you broke up. 18, 22. Let's say 18. Like now, let's say she's 24, 25. She's got her act together. Would you not get back together because now she's found herself? She's done all that self love. Like you haven't ended on bad terms. She wasn't at that point in her life yet.
I might give it a go. We might go on a day or two.
A day or two. This is someone you know. You
This is
know.
someone you know. bro.
This ain't no stranger.
Someone I knew. But you're saying
They've
that they've changed.
But to the
Okay,
person
I
you
hear
wanted
that,
them
I
to
hear
be.
that, I hear that.
They could be a different person.
Yeah,
They could be
true.
different.
No,
Like.
but
I'm
to
gonna
the
have to
person-
re-meet you again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
I hear that.
But the very things that you didn't like about them initially, they've now changed. Like
You
they're
worked
now
on the
what you
flaws,
want.
innit?
Then they've worked on the flaws that you had issues with.
But then the person they've become, they might not like certain things that I'm
Yeah,
I'm
true.
coming.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just you're different people, like
You'd
different
have to
stages in
see.
your life, like just You have to.
I wouldn't
see
rule it out, me personally.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't rule it
It
out.
depends on how it's ended.
Yeah, like-
Infidelity, cheating.
No, that's a no.
I cannot.
That's
That's just
yeah,
another. That's a deep violation for me.
Yeah.
Or having a child on me when we're in a like those are just
Nah,
violations that
that's
for
a
me.
big violation.
No.
For me, I'm quick to lock things off.
Yeah, I'm with you
I'll
on that
burn a
one.
bridge
So
quickly. Fam. It depends on the
on the
violation, the
situation.
principles, fam.
Do you not find it easy to cut people off then?
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah.
Sometimes.
Depending
I
on the
feel like it
violation.
depends on the
Yeah.
situation.
like some, I'll say me. I give some people more chances,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say like, or in that sense, you can look at it that way. You could say it was a bit harder,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
more time, no, it depends. Innit? Like I'm not really trying to give people too many chances to fuck
Yeah.
up. Like if you fuck up a certain amount of times, like you're not even sorry at this point. You're just doing it because you can, innit?
And it depends
You know
if
what
it's
I'm saying?
the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again.
again.
Like you ain't learning from
For
it.
me,
yeah.
more time. It's a
Repetition.
3-strike policy, fam.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, some people get less than that.
Baseball, you're out.
You have to.
Yeah, depending on what the violation
some get
was.
less than that, man.
That
Like,
that one might be
boundaries.
worth 3 strikes, fam.
Because you
You're
actually set
gone.
the tone. When you start letting certain things slide, you actually set the tone.
Yeah,
and how they
exactly,
perceive
exactly.
You.
You gotta nip
And
that
they
in the
won't
bud.
respect you. Like respect is so crucial in a relationship because the minute they think they can slide, you know, the respect just comes down piece by piece.
Because they're trying to test you and
Yeah, exactly.
what if I get away with that? Once you get away with that, they're
Yeah.
gonna try this now. I
Exactly.
done this, I got away with that. Let me try this now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? There's
exactly.
people like that will
That
take
is
advantage
true.
of you.
For me, I'm not fussing and fighting with anyone at this point. Like,
Word.
you need ranting and raving. Nah,
Long.
I want peace. Like peace is so important. Don't
Peace
go-
and tranquility.
Yeah,
Some people not always like that, fam.
it's true.
You know what I hate though? Like when you feel
Drama,
like you've personally settled things, like you're calm in it, and then like you think you've seen that person out, and your heart just goes.
Yeah, do.
That's
That
happened
means
to
you're
me
not
a couple
over it
times.
though.
Yeah, bro.
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
But in your head, you're over
You're
it.
not
Like
over it.
you're done.
But you're not.
You're done.
You didn't
And
address
then
that.
You didn't.
it was there.
Because
Yeah,
that hasn't.
you
That
did
hasn't.
address that.
Happened to me a couple
affect
times
you.
still.
What we gonna? It's like I think it's just that anxious. Like I haven't. I'm done with you. I don't think your leg now.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think-
this
I've just seen
encounter-
this encounter. What are we
Yeah.
gonna actually talk about? What are you gonna ask me? Are you
Happened to
gonna
me one
even
time in
say
the rave
hi? Are
still.
you not? Like
How do you deal with that one?
Huh?
How did you deal with that one?
Why did you go her like you didn't hear? Like you didn't hear?
I was at one. It's like one beach party or something, innit?
Yes, my God.
Story
I
time.
was at one beach party. Obviously,
with your
I
bad self.
thought I see my ex in it, and my heart just went like. And I'm with bare people. I'm like,
not over it,
I'm with girls. I'm with man them, like with family, like vibes, enjoying life. My
Enjoyment.
heart, I just saw the back, and I said, hold on, and then
Saw
the
the
back.
Man, recognize the bump
You know what I'm saying? You recognize the shape and the, yeah. Fam, my heart just went.
Micah, you know you wasn't fully over it. You may as.
No, but in my head, I was done,
But
innit?
you
I'm
wasn't.
enjoying life.
Now let the man finish the story.
Oh, God,
bro,
go.
Get me? And then obviously the encounter was like even more awkward, but
So did you speak to her? You spoke to her?
not like, you know, like you just acknowledge each other's presence.
Oh,
And then it might be like you're walking past, you're like, oh, you're right. And at the time, she was with her boyfriend as well. Like the new thing, innit? So I was
you weren't
like,
even trying to.
I didn't want to try to spud man off, innit? I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, disrespectful.
I was just like, you're right. And I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
One of them
You
was
have to keep that one moving.
keep the
Yeah.
peace, yeah.
To be fair, I did think I saw an old thing today on the journey here. And Tia did see in the car that I put my mask up.
Yeah, I wondered why that was there, but I didn't see that. I was like,
I
man,
got
Thing
tints,
that
man. The back's tinted.
I put my mask up.
I was
but
gonna
it's
say
just
it's smelling funky.
I,
Like,
don't,
why?
I just felt like I just don't wanna have that encounter. I don't even want you to know what I look like now. Like nothing about me. Like you are just a blast from the past. You're not part of the future anymore. Do you get it? And I feel like I don't want them to have access to my future in any way. Like I'm really bad with like heartbreaks and stuff like that in terms of like. You see, like on Instagram, if it says that person's got a new account, or I see them on like someone's Instagram, okay, you're not gonna think I'm mad. But if you see them on some,
Blocker.
block.
Block her
And these
WhatsApp,
times they're
block
probably
her
thinking,
Facebook,
why
all these
has
things,
they
yeah.
blocked me? And I don't even follow them. I just don't want to let you have access to me in
Like
any
that
way
as well.
Shape
anymore.
or form,
I
yeah.
really don't. And I feel like that was something for me that
I
helped with my
agree.
heartbreaks. Just
I agree
allowing
with.
in any way. I feel like, why are you watching me? I just don't want you to know that anymore.
Yeah, that's on my block list long, fam.
I know what I'm saying, yeah,
Long
the
way
camera
was.
roll, sometimes it's long still.
Oh,
Yeah.
my old phone. I
Going
can't go
through
through
Flashing
that.
The
back
camera roll
memories.
is mad.
I even had one pop up today, 4 years ago today.
You know, in your snap memories, oh,
Yeah,
I
snap
made a
memory.
new Snapchat
it's the
because of that.
worst.
But you see, I don't feel anything
Pain,
about it. There's no
pain.
emotion attached to it because I've healed. I'm over it, and I just see it as a matter of we wasn't aligned at the time or just wasn't mature enough. Like I know I can be quite difficult to be for someone, because I'm very ambitious and very driven, and I'm very structured. This is the way in which I want things to go, which can sometimes come across as controlling. Whereas when you're dealing with someone that's a bit more laid back and just going through life each day, or freestyle. That doesn't, for me, that doesn't work for me, because I feel like there's some things in which you're in control of. You're in control of your own destiny. I don't like people that will be like, oh, life's not going right for me right now, and
There's a lot of people out there
voice
like
killed me.
it's just like, well, you're actually in control of your destiny. You could have avoided that. I'm not excuses. I'm not on the excuses. Actions. How are you gonna resolve that? How are you gonna better yourself?
Yeah, you're gonna.
So sometimes that comes with age. You know, sometimes you haven't yet. You're not there mentally. So it's not a matter of just like we wasn't compatible. We wasn't like-minded at the time. Equally yoked. That's it.
So you see with like heartbreak, you're saying like when you deal with heartbreak, it's like self-love and stuff like that build you back up. That's how you get over it. With friendship heartbreak, how do you get over that then? Is it still the same self-love thing, or
It's more difficult friendship.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
No, I find it easier.
So
I find friendship
Because I love that I've had like with like me and my guy or whatever. I feel like it's a different love, but that's quite deep. Like I've shared my body with you. That's deep.
I feel like friendships are harder to fill the void.
Do you think so? I find it easier.
Because it's not just time. It's like, because it wasn't romantic. There's no detaching from like. I find it hard. Like plus like building another, especially if it's like a long-term friendship.
Yeah.
Finding someone else who's gonna fill that void of a long-term friendship is hard. Whereas like relationships, you expect them to like, not like you expect them to end, but like you expect
There's a
that, you know,
probability.
one day it might not work out. Like, whereas friendships, you see them in your wedding photos, you see them till your death. You get me?
Yeah, I feel like that. I felt like after I left college, I had a big fallout with like my main friendship group at the time. Like I literally stopped talking to all of them. And then they all moved, everyone moved to uni, everyone like went to different bits, and I was just like on ends by myself. It took me ages to find like good, consistent friends. Like I was actually, they say misery brings the best company, and it's because you just want to be around someone. I wasn't really like looking at the pros and cons of being your friend. I'm just looking at, okay, you're benefiting me right now, you're being around me, we're going at this and the other, but what do you actually bring as my friend? Are you there for me like when I'm calling you at 1 a.m. in the morning and I can't get cab home, or these kind of situations? Like, are you that kind of friend? Can I rely on you like that? Or are you just someone who's there to come to the motors with me?
Seasonal, yeah.
Do you get it? And that's okay. Like, you need to know the differences between actual
Different
good
friendship
friends,
groups,
which friends for what, and who's friends and acquaintances, because some
Can you
people
rely
get
on?
that a bit mixed up, to be honest. And I think, you know, you're getting upset that you lost an acquaintance, but what role did they really play in your life that had value?
Exactly.
Do you get it? You have to look at it from that perspective.
Anyone that's in
definitely.
my life now, that's like my friend, that's my colleague, you're like family to me.
Yeah.
There's no associates, there's no.
Yeah.
That just doesn't operate with me anymore. Before I had like associates, or there's people that I'd be like, you know what, I want to go get to a motive. You know who else going to be on the same level as me? Therefore, I'm going to hit up this person. Do you want to roll here?
Yeah.
It might not be someone I see all day, every day, but I know we're going to be like-minded and I'm going to be at this. I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah.
So you do have friends like that, but I think now as I've got older, I ain't got friends like that anymore. I've got friends that, like, you're like my family. I can call on you about anything, any hour. Like, you'll always be there for me regardless, you know. If I'm wrong, you're going to tell me, T, you're wrong. You went, you know, those type of
One
friends.
time then people, it's not even like they're my friends, that you're my brother.
Yeah.
Or you're my
Exactly.
sister, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this man here, how long have you been friends? Like 10 years, probably more.
Yes, too.
Yeah, fam. But like, even when you went uni, probably didn't speak to him for 6 months. But we're the same. We're always just on our own shit.
Yeah.
Anytime I link up, that's my brother, bro. Even you saw mum today, right, mum? His mum's my mum, bro. If I was to be, for example, walking on road and I see his mum with the shopping, I'm gonna help her today. That's mum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's love every time.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary to have those kind of friendships going up. You need it. You can't be having these mix up people in your life. The drama's not worth it. Do you get it?
not.
You only want
it's real.
consistency after a certain amount of time.
It's not.
I feel like after college as well, it's like, I just thought this friendship thing is dead, fam.
Yeah, it's true.
I roll on my ones, fam.
For real.
You know what it is, fam? I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah, likewise.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's alright. It's alright, innit?
It's
Like
cool.
some
Yeah,
people
bro.
see it as a negative thing. Like it's alright to have
Yeah,
friends
bro.
that you just
Some
go
people
with.
need that.
It's
They
right
need
to have
friends,
fr-
like
yeah.
they need
I think
everyone
that's
to like them.
validation,
Like,
though.
yeah,
That
bro.
comes from you wanting
I think
validation.
Yeah, I don't need that, bro.
I feel like at a point, as you're growing as well, and you want your life to go in a certain direction, you envision, let's say, long-term relationship, kids, marriage, all those type of things. Therefore, the people around you need to be like-minded. Does that make sense? Because I know a lot of guys, they're in relationships, but their friends, they're all single. They want you to be living single
It's
life
true,
with them,
it's true.
or they be planting seeds in your head. I've seen guys do it. I'm like, just because you're single and miserable, you now want, you've
Support
lost
your
your
bro,
friend. It's
man.
like you're seeing it as I've lost my friend. I can't go X, Y, and Z with him anymore. He's got a girl. You know, that type of pressure as well. I feel like you need to surround
People like that
yourself
are
with
weird,
like, like people. But people do
They'll
it.
get onto you like, oh, you got a girlfriend now, you
Yeah.
can't come and speak to
But
me.
do you
Yeah.
feel- I
Funny,
feel-
man.
That's
I
a
thought
bit
You
you
got a
mad,
boyfriend,
though.
you can't speak to me, we're not
Mhm.
friends anymore.
I feel like that's a consistent thing that happens within like a certain age, like let's say from like 18 to 25 when like your friend gets in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like when your friend gets in a relationship, there's a level of your friendship that may sometimes compromise in terms of like not being able to spend as much time this, that and the other, and that's where that aspect may come from.
It's understanding.
Do you
though,
get
innit?
it?
That's
And it builds
Like-
jealousy sometimes. I'm like, but why
Yeah.
are you not happy for me?
Trust.
It's all
Why
about
you red eye?
understanding still. Like even like my decision to go to uni in like some queer area, like there's some people who like, oh, Micah's gone at ends and da 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 da, and he's doing his own thing, like forget him. And then some people like, oh no, I respect that, like he's going and taking it seriously,
Yeah, bro.
like. And those kind of friends, like you you have an understanding, and
With-
like, oh,
yeah.
I respect that. You know what I mean? Whereas other people, they're stuck in that mentality of,
Yeah.
oh, if I'm not in this close proximity with this
Yeah. It's
person,
true.
it's not gonna work.
I'm real.
But
That
that's
was
because they want you to stay here.
Mm.
No, I need to elevate. I need to move up.
It's
Do
true.
you feel like
And I'm not coming down to you. You need to come up to me. Point blank, period.
do you feel like you stop being friends with one of your friends because of their partner?
No, I've never done that.
that's not
No,
my
feel like
issue.
you
I'll
would.
be real.
There's
I
certain,
think-
I think
Tyra,
there's certain
have you
people I
experienced
see
that before?
differently because of the way in which
Yeah.
they treat their
Yeah.
other half.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
And
really?
personally, I'll have that
I
conversation.
didn't
Yeah.
stop being their friend, but I for sure distanced myself for a long period.
I
of
would.
I
You
wouldn't
take
say for a
mental
long
note,
period
innit?
of
Like,
time.
And I'd had that conversation.
The
Like,
thing
if-
is,
if
it's
I
not
can
my
see that-
place. I don't feel
I
like
think
it's
it is your place.
okay, that's where
as
we're
their
gonna
friend.
disagree. Why
That's-
do you think it's
Someone's
their
got to
place?
tell
you
them.
know what I'm saying? That's why I respect you. Still,
That's-
'cause
that's like,
I've
you one of those
I've
friends.
seen him pull up, man, like on a rules, like, "Alright, come, let's have a chat." Like, I
Yeah,
respect that highly.
I
But
will have
I
that
don't know, maybe because I'm less
conversation
confrontational.
You know what that's like? That's like that's like you got a flipping, you got eye bogies in your eye, and no one's gonna tell you. Just gonna
Okay,
look
I
and chat in your
understand,
face,
yeah.
but you're not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be that friend, yo, brother. Got something in your eye, or yo,
Yeah.
take some Vaseline. like.
I
You
think
know
I
what
would.
I'm saying?
I think I would have the discussion as well at some point. Like, I would. I think it
Someone's
depends.
gotta
I
do
think
it.
it depends. You need to understand, know your place as well, and I feel like it's a
Yeah.
friend that I need to have for a long time because it's not going to be
Definitely,
anyone and
definitely.
everyone that
Yeah,
can check
okay.
me
Yeah,
about my
yeah,
relationship.
That's facts.
And I said it depends on your delivery. It depends. Like, I have to think like, are they coming from a good place?
Yeah.
Because some people be wanting your man, you know, or some people be wanting your girl, or just wanting you to be back single in the market. You have to question their agenda. So I think it all very depends.
But I
But I
think-
try not to meddle in people's relationships.
Yeah, I
too
try
much,
not
sorry.
to be involved.
But I think you're similar to me though. If you had to say, you will say it.
Yeah, I would say. You know, if I
You
saw,
will say it.
if I my man's girl lips in another, you know, I'm going to tell her.
I'm snitching.
You know,
bro.
some people wouldn't. They're like, oh, I'm going to tell her. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to break this news to you, but you're my good friend.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And I see your man
Some people wouldn't, you
shaming
know.
you publicly, kissing the next
I've been
girl.
the bearer of bad news before,
Checking.
you know.
Yeah.
You have to
But
be sometimes.
it's mad to think that some people wouldn't.
Some people
They'll
wouldn't because
tell
they're like, oh, I don't want to
about
get
news. Like,
in the mix up.
I had a male friend at the time, and like he was basically like doing madnesses on his girlfriend, but I didn't say anything like for ages because obviously he's my friend.
Yeah, that's your friend, innit?
Yeah, so I didn't say
owe him,
anything.
yeah.
It's only till when he tried to involve me in the madnesses, I went and told the girlfriend because I was like, I feel like the boundaries overstepped now. She knows I'm his good friend and he's trying to step the boundaries with me levels. Then I went and did my I'm coming to you as a woman kind of stuff. But that's the only time I would ever do that. If you try and involve me, you need to. No, I can't protect you anymore. You're putting me in a
He's
compromising
involved
position.
you, innit?
Yeah,
So
you're
it's
questioning
different,
my
yeah.
character, my morals. You're making me look like
The bad party.
yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I need to
I hear that.
protect my name and my brand, so I gotta tell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been in a situation where it's like you're seeing it happens that you've been around the partner, so it's like you can see they're a good person. It's like you have to draw them out like, brother, man, stop doing that to show a good girl, fam. Like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Or my man's a good you, like, don't do that. Like, come on, man, pattern up that.
It's true though.
Because you start feeling sorry. It's like they don't know like what's going on. So it's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
gotta have
it's
that
true.
conversation.
And I'm also a person, like, my parents used to tell me, like, your friend, like, show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
So
You know, I'm a
as-
strong
as-
believer in that.
as long as, like, the people around me, like, if I see someone doing a mad thing, like, that's not a reflection of me. So I
Yeah.
might have to say something.
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And if you know that's out of the person's character, pull them up, innit?
Yeah.
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 It's true.
100.
Guess like that.
For real.
Treat others how you want to be treated, eh?
It's true, man.
Yeah, for real. People forget that when as they grow up, fam. But that it's a good saying to live your life by, bro.
Most definitely.
Because it comes in line with energies and stuff.
Has Heartbreak
Yeah,
ever
no,
pushed you guys to try new talent or anything like that?
So
When has Heartbreak ever pushed you to try a new talent or anything like that? Because the first time I got heartbroken, I went studio. I thought I could make music.
Well, man, try to put the pain on the track.
I've heard them tracks as well.
He's heard them tracks still. One,
Fire
two,
in the
man.
booth.
Was you making diss tracks, yeah?
It wasn't. Well, yeah, it was kind of a diss track kind of thing.
What, was
still.
you hitting high notes though? Like,
No, I was rapping.
Rapping.
no, man was coming in
Yeah.
a Nicki Minaj.
Young Trappo, yeah?
No, you could never be Nicki.
Yeah,
Not
no.
Nicki.
Yeah, I went studio, innit? I thought like, yeah, this is my new, this is me, like this is what it is.
So was it? Was
Was
it
you
like a
in
love beat or one of them hard hitting?
You was in the studio. Aye, turn me
It
up,
was
turn
a
me
hard
up.
hit.
Bass, innit?
It's like, yo, it's a hard hit.
Yeah, turn me up, turn me up.
Them ones where from the instrumental comes in, she knows I'm coming for your neck.
No, you have to write it down. You know me, I used to be someone that used to bottle a lot. I think as I've got older and like with experiences, like experience different things like deaths and stuff, I'm more in tune like with my feelings. Whereas I've always been a sensitive person, but you would never know unless you know me. You would know actually. Tia's just giving off that like tough exterior, but now you know if I feel sad, if I want to cry, I'm gonna cry now. Like whereas before I would obviously there's a time and place for everything, but there was a time where I would like bottle it. So even you doing that, I'm laughing at you, but I feel like it's constructive.
Yeah.
Either write it down or get it out. You need to don't suppress it.
Yeah.
You need to
Did you ever
release.
release them?
What, the tracks?
Yeah.
What, SoundCloud, yeah?
No, that's a
I don't know, you
That's
never
a
know, you
person.
might have tried blowing it, like, use your pain.
I knew better. I knew
She
better.
would have
You want
loved
it?
that.
I knew better than
She
that.
knows. She knows as well.
What, poor performance? F.
Average at best.
It's not an F.
A for effort.
That's when you got hearts in the right place.
Yeah, but I used
So
to.
how do you guys deal with your emotions then? Like as from a guy's perspective, how do you deal with it?
In
Like-
terms of heartbreak,
Most
Yeah, just in
guys,
general. Like if you
you tend to bottle
How
it
do you deal
until
with
you're
your
ready to like.
I think you just boss up with
What?
but you get
distractions.
if
Well,
you
none of
bottle
you try
up,
hit
like
the
some
beef.
people get like violent.
Nah.
Rod waving.
No,
Pain on the
not on a
track.
heartbreak.
Hard
thing.
been bro so many
Yeah,
times. like,
yeah, bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
My
but
name
some
ain't
people
Drizzy.
get
fam.
violent because they've bottled it up. Some people like get violent.
That's just an emotional overload, I feel.
Yeah.
though.
I
Yeah,
feel
of
like, yeah.
course.
But you need to release it somehow.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah, but
understand.
that's where other things come to, like distraction, like release it by finding,
A new
making
hobby.
money or
like,
focusing
think
on
a
something like
distraction
a
is
sport or
releasing
something.
I had
Yeah,
good
it's not
people
releasing it
around
though,
me,
Khalil.
innit? So it's like,
It's not releasing it though.
I think it is.
No, I feel like it's just suppressing it. It's just a blocker. You're just pushing it back.
no, but you, you know what it is, yeah? Girls, they like to address the situation here and now, innit? Guys, we repress it and we gradually get over it. Like,
Oh, okay.
I think
Logic,
I think
innit?
it's
It's like
relation
logic
to
over
the,
heart. Like,
Yeah.
girls use their heart, man, and use logic. Well,
Same.
most time, innit? 'cause
No, I
like-
think I'm quite logical. I think I've got the balance. I'm emotional, but I am logical. Like it's not rash. I'm not gonna go punching up or putting down ties and stuff. Like that's impulsive.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same when you lot mention self-love, innit? For girls, you lot go and get your makeup over.
Yeah.
Man, them, you go gym. Or
It's true,
But that's
man.
make bread.
self-love in
Like,
a
But
sense.
gym is even a
It's
release.
our-
though. It's
it's
a
our
release
version of
to
the
some
self-love, you know what I'm
extent.
saying?
Gym is a release to some extent.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
take
Or
a plan,
football,
you
sports,
execute
something,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
money, like, or some man really treat
Yeah,
money
it's
like
true.
that. So it's like
I think
So
we
far,
can just
in
go
our
down the
way.
whole road.
Some people it affects their physical. Like they look. When I heartbreak, I
start
lost
eating
loads
that.
of weight.
Yeah.
I wasn't not taking care of myself, but it's my emotions. I don't really understand. Like my emotions overrode so many things. Like something so small could piss me off for the whole day. But now I'm a bit better with it. I'll be like not a bit pissed off, but we move. But before,
not gonna lie, immediately, that appetite does go.
after
It's
heartbreak,
mad.
it does.
What,
It does.
is it
Yeah.
eating?
Not like not eating, but
Yeah.
like
Your
I'm not
appetite just
eating as
decreases.
much.
Okay.
No, I ate more.
So
Yeah.
Some people are opposite. Some people like
That's what
their
I would have
food is
thought, like
their,
emotional eating.
I was having
Emotional
conversations
eating,
with
yeah.
myself.
Catharsis.
that too, like sometimes you got to mentally prep yourself, like
that.
Damn.
yeah,
Shit, fam.
all creating scenarios in your head.
Yeah,
like
it's
I
like-
should have dealt with that better, and
Yeah, trust.
Yeah.
Should nip that in the bud or.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like,
'Cause
should I let that
sometimes-
slide?
or like in this argument I should have said that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're in heartbreak. You're so upset.
You know, I would practice in the mirror like my little arguments, my little one,
Fam,
two
you always
lines.
come with the best bars after the
Yeah,
argument.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
fam.
And when the conversation doesn't go the way you thought, you're thrown off, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
it's true. No, it's true. Oh.
Damn, fam.
I feel you all need to. It builds character. I feel like everyone needs to experience it, so you know
Like
how to
what-
operate.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
still.
If you experience
Like-
heartbreak
character.
at a late age,
Yeah,
I
you don't want to be
know what
30
about-
experiencing
Yeah,
heartbreak.
no.
See, I pray for you that you don't experience heartbreak at an older age.
Man, suck it up, man. People's heart get broken every day, man.
No, as an
Tough,
adult, I
right?
think
You-
it's
you
different.
tough, right?
As an adult, it's
it's
different. You got
every
real
day,
life
dude.
responsibilities. You genuinely do not have time to be heartbroken. You do not have time to
When you
not
have
go to work today
responsibilities,
because
yeah.
you're sad. Like, I feel like as a teenager, like you got a bit more freedom with the heartbreak. Like,
You gotta go to school and see them, man.
What? I would never be. What? Well, I went to an all-girls school, so I didn't have to
Oh,
see
yeah.
any of
Oh,
my
I couldn't
like
have done that.
partners like that. And then sixth form, the person I was talking to, actually, I got a good one for that one. I was actually dating someone that I used to work with when I was like 16, 17, innit? Yeah, I used to work at Sainsbury's, you know, and I was dating someone who was there. And like, when I broke up with them,
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, how old?
How old was
Yeah,
that,
I
man?
knew you was good. That's where.
How old was that, man?
oh, he's the same age as me.
Oh,
We're both in
okay,
college. Yeah, we're young. Come on, be real.
No, I wasn't trying to be real.
Be real.
I
I
thought
know
it was
what
a
happened,
grown
man.
man.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah, when I broke up with him, he stopped coming to work for like 9 months, you know.
man.
9 months.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Man, let
Because
it fuck up his
he
band.
had exams, and then after that he
It felt
just
awkward
like
though.
wasn't in.
Get
He
your
just
funds up, man.
didn't
Try
come
that
to
shit.
work, and then like when he did come back to work, like he actually wouldn't talk to me.
Nah, he's backwards still.
No, it was actually
That is
ma-
backwards.
it's actually a lot to deal with. But I feel like now, why?
I can't work, but I wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
I
hear that.
Most
No,
men want to
take
get their
some
money
time.
up, not
That's what I'm
avoid
saying,
getting
that's
money.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Unless I had to, like.
Unless he had a second job,
man,
like
don't
he's
want an hour
backwards.
5, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know that or some.
Yeah.
Unless
Nah,
it's
but
needed, I'm not
we
gonna
were
have
in
that
the same
conversation.
department, so there was
Yeah.
times where he'd actually have to communicate with me, but it would burn him. I
Yeah.
could tell, but also because no one else knew at work that like we were talking, so like it was a thing. Like when we broke up, like people knew that like why is he not talking to me as just like a friend anymore? Like what happened that, but they didn't know. But no, f that guy there.
Definitely.
But you broke up with him.
So
That's it. F that guy. though.
f that guy.
Definitely deal with your emotions. I'm always.
Do you
for
get it? Some people run away.
emotions.
That was him running away from his whole emotions, like him just not coming
Yeah.
to work, like completely avoiding me. So literally, the only reason why we started talking again, even though we still worked with each other, is because his little sister called me one time with like a madness, and like so obviously me as responsible older person, young adult, called him like even though being mature, like rah, little sister's called me. This is what's going on. But if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have spoken again. And then we became friends again, and then the new issue was that he got a girlfriend, so the boundaries
Oh, she
changed.
didn't like. Okay.
Yeah.
The boundaries changed. You get it? Even though the boundaries were still different because we were no longer in a relationship anymore. The boundaries in terms of even just friendship had changed,
You
and I
don't
was
want
like,
him fucking
it's
with you.
true.
you know what? Yeah, she was actually cool with that.
Really?
Yeah, she was cool with that. More to my knowledge, she was cool with that. I don't
to your
know.
knowledge.
Yeah, you
That's-
don't know what's
that's
going on.
another thing, innit?
Yeah,
You be saying,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, she's cool." These times she's cussing him down. Aye, why she messaging you?
Yeah, you get it. Like I felt like certain little things that were different. Like we didn't have that, so I just
Have you guys ever had like an emotional breakdown? Not necessarily because of heartbreak, but because like a life changing moment or something that was quite like emotional.
No, like I've been so vexed. Like you know when you're so vexed, like you want to fight, you want to scrap, but you just can't,
Yeah.
as a teenager,
and you just end up like crying or something.
I used to have
Emotional
hella when I
breakdown,
was young.
that's a strong term.
I used to have
Yeah.
lots when I was younger, like for little
Like, you literally
things.
feel
No,
broken
not
down.
little things, but things that
No,
felt
you
big at the
don't.
time.
I have once. Literally.
I've had twice.
I cried. Like I think because I was like I said, I was someone that suppressed my emotions. I wouldn't show my emotions, not like in a public space. I'll just push things back. One day there was something. That's what I said. It takes one thing. I can't remember what it was. I just couldn't take it anymore. I literally it felt like emotion. Like I literally like dropped like proper crying for like hours. It was bad. And then the person basically had to call my mum, like my brother. Like I was in a bad state. There was like something song of Tia, I don't know, because like you don't see me like that. Because outwardly you wouldn't see me like that. But I feel like because I'd been holding things for such a long period of time, like one day, boom, it was just something that triggered it. Like I felt heavy. Like when I dropped to the floor, like I felt like heavy. Like I felt weak. Like I just needed to let all my tears out that I'd been holding. And I'd
that's
experienced
more
like
common
death,
with girls,
my first death,
Yeah.
like all of those things I didn't release.
Yeah.
So it's like dealing with my first death, someone that's very, very close to me. Dealing with the emotions that it's now got on my parent.
Yeah.
My parents are now dealing with. That's another burden.
Yeah.
My own emotions, work, financial pressure. I've moved out at this time. all those type of things. I just couldn't take it. I've been strong for too long.
Yeah, I feel like bereavement does that to you. Though,
Yeah.
like,
Depends who you are though.
Yeah. Depends
Oh,
on
like,
the
a lot of stuff
person.
is normalized, like
Yeah.
depending on your upbringing.
Your environment you grew up in, people just become numb to it. Like when
Some
you-
stuff.
if you're seeing people just drop like left, right, center around you
Yeah.
after what,
Yeah.
you can't get emotionally
nah,
attached. 'Cause man can't
not,
be.
not gonna lie, yeah, like, I've been to bare funerals, like
See, I
like
didn't.
my church, like bare old people, bare people dropping off left, right, and center. I've been to bare funerals,
Oh,
buried
wow.
bare people.
Mm.
When it hit my family, different.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
That growing up in a certain area as well, it's like
Yeah, no, it
you just
hurts.
become
It's
numb to it.
different.
It's like it's normal, fam. Well, someone got stabbed though.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, man.
Sensitized.
I think it's when it's someone close to you. Like that was my I was 22, I think. Yeah, 22, 21. That was my first ever death I had experience. Like my family is pretty stable. There's been no deaths that I had experienced or that I was alive to experience. So someone so close, it's like, you know. So that was hard to stomach. I remember you might see one parent you've never seen. Like one parent you might have never seen them cry in your whole life, and you're now seeing
That
like
one's tough still.
Yeah.
like your dad cry, like do you know that you've never seen before. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's how definitely be in sync with your feelings. You don't always have to do it in front of everyone, but I'm definitely an advocate for like being in sync and in tune with your feelings.
that,
Like there's
yeah.
no weak. You're not weak by
Definitely.
crying.
But I think with that, yeah, it's more common for girls to do that, and it's more accepted for girls to do it.
What, to have an emotional breakdown?
Not emotional
to show
breakdown, but yeah,
emotions.
just
Oh,
show
I was
emotions.
about to say, I was no, because man them have emotional
Yeah,
breakdowns.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but it's not.
But-
no,
But
but
Not
It's
necessarily
in the
wrong
quiet.
way.
yeah,
like,
no,
it's
it's
confined.
my man's
That's
got, why you
that's what
crying
I'm
for?
saying.
in
No,
anger.
that's
Yeah.
what.
For man, them, I think it's in anger.
It's an
more
anger.
than
That's what I'm
their-
about to
their-
say.
their
Is that what?
breakdowns.
It's an anger. I can tell you one
Black
time,
violence.
yeah, I was like, what, like year 10 now, yeah, maybe like year 11. I remember, I can't remember what happened, yeah, but there was my brother, like, bearing in mind, I don't know, I was sure in it. You get it, like, this brother's like 6'3" in it, like, realistically. I remember trying to scrap him like that, innit? I was on beef with him, but I just weren't trying to scrap him, like, because I'm like, bro, this brother's too in it. So I've gone to the next man, and I was like, bro, give me your belt, innit? And obviously, then I'm raging, like, I took the brother's belt now. Gone to fight my man with the belt, he's not trying to fight me, innit? So I bugged out, dashed the belt is broken. Brother's gone, he wants his money. I said, I'm not giving your money for your belt. Bearing in mind, this is like, I made a situation out of nothing now, innit? And because I've been dealing with other shit, you know what I'm saying? I've gone, bro, you're not getting your money for your belt. He's like, I want my money. So I was like, fuck your belt and fuck you, innit? Yeah, like I've started bugging out to the point, neighbours are coming out from, bearing in mind, we're in the school playground, neighbours are coming out, like, what's
Oh
all
my
this?
days.
Like, I'm bugging out, like, I've got
So
like,
you're
30
loud.
I was bugging, like I was moving nuts, like 30 teachers running over, trying to hold man, I'm get off me, like I'm still trying to run to the brother's not trying to fight me though. I'm like, nah bro, we're fighting now, innit? You said you want your money, fuck it, like let me come and punch you out real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm bugged out,
Anger,
like
violence.
that's what I'm saying, like man them deal with it in a certain, and I've seen that happen bare times, like where man them will just be bugging over something, it was smooth, so smooth,
No, but
like,
there's
you know
something
what I'm saying?
behind it.
In
like,
that anger, when you're not able to like get that anger out, what other emotion do you feel? Is it just anger?
For me, that's it. I was just anger. You lot just making me more mad. I'll be real,
Okay,
'cause
I
I'm
hear
like,
that
oh, like,
still.
I'm here trying to release my shit because even, like, obviously in that scenario it was wrong, innit? I was in the wrong, but I'm still trying to release. I'm like, you lot are still suppressing it, so now it's building up even more.
you're
I'm
so
like-
angry.
It's like a
I'm that guy. It's like
volcano,
anger, but I can't get out, and it's like it needs to come out somehow. Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's me.
man was crying. I was bugging more.
No, that's me.
No.
I will cry if
Yeah.
I can't get the anger out. Like,
Yeah,
I'll never
that's me
forget year
still.
10 as well. I went on a trip to Germany, like a school trip. The first day we got there, we went out for 2 hours, came back, all our rooms had been raided. Every single room on that floor, someone's stuff had been taken from that room.
No.
And when we
Someone
spoke to
hit
the
the
hotel
jackpot.
staff about it, like they pretended like they didn't know what happened.
It was
innit?
someone from the hotel. still.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
the cleaner, man.
German police.
Grim all you lot's passports and
Wait,
that.
let us speak.
German police came, they checked our rooms, they tried to tell us it was one of us, innit? Cool. We dealt with other like situations consistently throughout that whole trip. And on the journey back, must have been driving back to like obviously UK now. The drivers told us we need to stop off this, that, and the other. It's raining, it's wet, like everyone wants to go home. It's the end of the trip. We've had a bad trip in it. Come back on the coach now, and the driver's come up to me and he's been like, "Oh, your wet socks are dirtying up my coach." So I'm like, who you chatting to? My socks ain't dirtying up your coach. He's like, no, don't get sarky with me. Me as a like 14, 15-year-old, I just had an issue with male dominance in general. So I'm thinking, you're a man chatting to me like that. You're already taller than me. I feel like I need to puff up my chest to let you know you can't chat to me like that. 10 minutes later, I'm kicked off the coach in the middle of Germany. Do you get it? And I had that major breakdown of like, raw, like, this is the final straw because of everything that I'd gone through on
on.
that trip. Do you
Did the
get
teacher
it?
jump off
And
with
probably
you? On a side note, did the teachers hop off?
Oh no, my teacher didn't jump off with me.
What,
innit?
man, just left you in the middle of journey?
No, they didn't leave me there. It's a lot.
This
It's a
one-
lot.
Well, they just put you out and like,
No,
yeah, let her
basically
calm
what
down.
happened was like he told me like we were arguing because basically what happened was like the argument travelled up the coach in it. So obviously I'm sitting at the back. He's come to chat to me, but as like I've got up and we're shouting at each other like we're walking up the coach towards a little side bit where you can get off at the door in it. So he's like, get off the coach, get off the coach. I'm not taking you with me. So I said, F it, like I'm got off the coach in it. But then once I've got off the coach, I don't need you lot. I find my own way back. Not once I've got off the coach, I've deeped how cold it is, how frustrated I am. I start crying. Obviously all my brethren have come off. One of them's called my mum, or someone's got a phone that's contacting my mum. These times it's like 2-3 a.m. I'm trying to explain to my mum what's going on. She's frustrated because she's thinking I can't even get there. So you need to she's trying to calm me down while she's just woke up. It's that and the other. My teacher was a joke, man. Then she tried to
the new
tarnish my
track
name
name
after
still.
that.
Wait, you never said how you got back though.
I just got back on the coach after.
Oh, okay, so you never let you on. I was about to say.
That man, like, Larry, I just got back on the coach after. It took a long time. I can't lie. We were there for a minute, like for ages, but eventually he was just like, oh, I don't know how, but I just managed to get back on the coach. But he was making some dumb rule, like I have to sit at the front with him for like an hour of the trip, and then I can sit. Just long things.
I think my first outlet was
cool
probably
laugh.
anger as well. You know how you talk about anger? Like I used to have anger problems as well, like to not be fooled. But I think that stemmed from like primary school, when I used to get bullied in primary school. You know when like you're the news, because I'd moved, basically, you know when you're like the new kid and stuff like that. So I thought I already had that mentality. I'm not gonna be a victim to anyone. Stuck in school, I'm coming with energy. I'll fight anyone. I would fight anyone. But like obviously that's not the it's not constructive.
So there like one time when you just had a mad outburst?
I was kid you not, I was suspended from school about 6-7 times,
I'm with you on that one.
and it was fights.
I got about 8.
It was fights.
I got about 8. Man.
Menace,
Man.
A lot of detentions, because for me it was disrespect. Like I just wouldn't take any disrespect. If you come for anything physical, whether it's remember I'd already been bullied, so weight, I already had a complex. So coming for my weight, it's like, no, I'm gonna deal with you.
Technon shot.
Yeah, exactly. But now that's not now when you're so secure in yourself, like words don't hurt me. Do you know what I mean? But at a young age, like those words mean something. Do you know what I mean? You start able to second guess yourself. All
I'm
those
also
type of things.
used to get onto the teachers, to be honest. It's more of a respect thing. Like, I get I'm your student, but don't think you can try violate me in a certain way because I'm your student.
Yeah.
And that was more my issue with like, I think respect is earned, not given. And you've done a degree for 3-4 years to be a teacher, cool, but I don't know you, so don't think you can just try violate me. And then it's like the whole conversation in front, you feel like because you're in front of your peers and someone's trying to violate you, like you have to actually you have to go with that extra mile to like get onto them. And my mouth was slick as well, so I'd say something quickly, and then only after someone's telling me what I said and I'm deep in how rude I actually was, but in the moment it just felt
just
right to say that.
Can't be a victim, everyone's
You're
watching.
violating me in front of my peoples, and you think I'm not gonna violate you back. Even worse, you're gonna feel like the fool after this, even though I'm dealing with my repercussions. Cool, you still feel like the pleb. What can you do about that?
It's true. And I feel like as well with me as well, because after when I got bullied and stuff, all of that type of stuff, like I was very like shy and stuff. So my mum always be like, Tia, if you come home and tell me that they've hit you again and you have done nothing, there's consequences behind that. Like I just grew up like that. There's pressure now. There's newfound pressure. So if they hit you, you hit them back. You hit them back 10 times harder. That's the type of stuff that's drummed in your head. So sometimes having that in your head as well, you feel like the first response thing is violence, which is not always the way, or to hit them, or you know.
Same goes for the whole of my team. You know we're getting cash at Naira. I got my dog like money and me. Heard you run off and left your friend. And my mums can never be me. And my mums can never be us. On God, it can never be we. You know my thing, man, I stand my ground. Same goes for the whole of my team. Same goes for the whole of